never heard the bathroom story? I can't believe you never heard. You've heard it before, right?
I have no idea what you're talking about, dude.
No idea what I'm talking about. Why do I even hang out with you two? Okay, so this happened to a friend of mine's buddy.
Did you see that article I posted earlier? Look, it's right here. It's about that new coffee shop they're building downtown.
All right, everyone. Gather round. I got a story for you. It's only fitting that I tell it tonight. Because you see, it happened on a night just like tonight.
I forget where, but he was at a bar somewhere in the city. So he finishes his beer and he tells everyone he gotta take a leak.
It's crazy. All these construction worker guys are just working on the coffee shop doing, construction worker things. And then they all start to hear this noise.
There's a campus party, like any other. The music is loud, keg is flowing, it's packed. As the story goes, there's this freshman kid, his first big party. He's in line waiting for a beer, but they're all out of red cups. So he's got to make his way into the kitchen and find an appropriate drinking glass.
So my man walks to the bathroom. He's at the urinal, minding his own business, when all of a sudden, someone put their hands over dude's eyes, and they lean in and whisper in his ear, "No one will ever believe you."
And as they all look up, they see him standing there. He just walked right into the place. Everyone on the site froze.
The whole party is full of college kids like himself. But then there's this one older man, as if he appeared out of nowhere. So the kid steps closer, and his jaw drops.
Who was it?
It was Bill Murray.
Bill Murray.
Bill Murray.
Come on, bullshit.
What was he even doing there?
He wanted to read everyone poetry.
For some reason, Bill Murray was at some random college kid's party doing everyone's dishes.
Wait. So Bill Murray just shows up at this almost coffee shop to read people poetry?
On this particular day, he did. Yeah.
How is this iconic movie star walking in this dirty city bathroom, covering random people's eyes and whispering in their ear, "No one will ever believe you"? Then he walked away.
Seriously?
Dude, I'm telling you, it happened to my friend's buddy. He told me it happened.
And you believed him.
Stuff like this happens all the time.
Yeah, Bill Murray visiting you in the bathroom happens all the time.
You can joke all you want, but I'm serious. It's not always a bathroom. Sometimes he hop in your engagement photos, or sing a song at a baseball game. Hell, he even jump in a random kickball game if you let him. But the point is, it happens.
Why would he do that?
That's just how the stories go.
This picture is kind of important, but we can get to that later. See, I'm the guy on the right. This movie is about the guy on the left.
Hello, I'm Bill Murray. You can call me Billy, but around here everybody just calls me the new guy.
The world was introduced to Bill in 1976 on Saturday Night Live. From his roots in improv and sketch comedy, Bill was quickly launched into a blockbuster film career. Starring in iconic films that helped define generations of comedy to come. After decades of notable comedic performances, Bill transitioned into quieter, more dramatic roles. Bill's on-screen presence shifted towards more mature parts as he got older. No matter what the character, funny or serious, people love Bill Murray the actor. But more importantly, they love Bill Murray the person.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the one, the only, Bill Murray. Bill.
Bill is fun. When people see him in interviews just being himself, the people around Bill are having fun.
Who wants a teacher?
So what happens when Bill leaves set and goes back to being a normal guy? That's where things get especially interesting. There's just something special about him. Something that drives people to put his face on t-shirts, bumper stickers, pillowcases, even prayer candles. But beyond all of the novelty items, there's something much bigger. There are legions of seemingly unbelievable tall tales about Bill that have circulated online throughout the years. These so-called Bill Murray stories are random interactions with Bill and regular everyday people. They range from him stealing a stranger's french fry at an airport to randomly showing up at some college kid's house party to wash the dishes. But where do these stories come from? Is there any truth to these encounters? Why would such a big celebrity physically insert himself into these random situations?
Let's get physical.
Eventually all these questions came to a head for me, and I wanted to understand what deeper meaning these Bill Murray stories might hold, regardless of whether they are true or not. If I was going to get to the bottom of it all, I wanted to talk to the man himself.
Hello?
Most celebrities have managers or agents. Bill has neither. All he has is a 1-800 number. It's just an answer machine that'll eventually check and hopefully get back to you. And getting that 1-800 number is extremely difficult. But from a friend of a friend of a friend, I was able to get a hold of it. This will be my first call. Is that in focus?
Please select one of the following options, followed by the pound key. To send a numeric page, enter 1. To leave a voice message, enter 2. To send a text message, enter 3. Please begin speaking your message at the tone.
Hello, Mr. Bill Murray. My name is Tommy Avalone. I'm a documentary film director, and I wanted to do a story with you. Oh, dear.
To cancel, press the star key. Message canceled. Please begin speaking your message at the tone.
I'm a documentary director. I direct documentaries. And I want to talk to you about this new documentary. Figured I'd say documentary a few more times.
Message canceled. Please select one of the following options, followed by the pound key.
Hello, Mr. Bill Murray. My name is Tommy Avalone, and I wanted to talk to you about this project I have that I think would be perfect. Jesus Christ. So if getting a hold of Bill was going to take some time, my next best bet was to start tracking down someone from one of these stories.
Message canceled.
Hello?
Hello? Is this Raheel?
Yeah, this is Raheel.
Oh, cool. It's Tommy Avalone. I was talking to you on email. You took the Bill Murray engagement photo, right?
It still feels like it wasn't me.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you look online for any of these Bill Murray lists, I mean, your story's always one of the top 5.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's just hang out in Charleston. You might just see him walking on the street, crossing the road. I guess, you want to be in Charleston, your odds are way better when it goes with Bill.
Okay, cool. I'll see you Thursday. South Carolina. Down. They're all headed down. In the boots of their brothers. They're all headed down. I figure if I just stand here with a camera crew, he'll find me, right? He's across the street. Hello. I realized I didn't know what you looked like.
Raheel.
How you doing, man? Tommy.
Very nice to meet you.
This is Derek, John, and Max.
Awesome. How's your trip going in Charleston so far?
Great. It's the first time we've ever been here. It's really nice.
It's awesome. It's like living here. It's like being on vacation all the time.
So where did you take the photos?
On those staircases.
Oh, wow.
I'm a wedding photographer. I take pictures all the time. Usually we're just walking around taking pictures of couples. I was doing this with Ashley and Eric. We approached this beautiful staircase, beautiful historic house, and I ask Eric and Ashley to have a seat, and I get ready to photograph. As I look through the lens, I'm seeing Eric kind of making these weird gestures with his eyes, kind of like, I look at it like, Eric, look at the camera.
and he's kind of like this weird look going past my head. So times like these, what I usually think, there's these carriages going past, and sometimes people are really nice. They say, congratulations. And sometimes people are like whistling and saying, hey, you're hot. And I look behind me, almost ready to say something nasty to someone that's distracting him. And I see this guy. And as I looked closer, it's actually Bill Murray slapping his belly really loud and just rubbing it like there's no tomorrow. I look back at the couple and they're mesmerized that it's actually Bill Murray. And I'm like, Bill, come on, let's do a photo with the couple. Now, usually when you ask someone to get in a picture with a couple, you would expect them to come in and kind of be like this. Not Bill. He has a signature look on his face. I think this photo is mislabeled. It wasn't really a photo bomb where he just randomly popped up in a photo. But at the end of the day, Bill showing up in the most unexpected of places, giving a piece of himself, giving a little memory to someone. Memory bombing would be a more appropriate term, but that's kind of what it is.
Raheel was on to something. He claimed Charleston was home of a ton of Bill Murray stories, and it seemed to make sense, because Bill spends a lot of time down here. Not only is he owner of a local restaurant, but he's also part owner of the Charleston River Dogs, a minor league baseball team. So I didn't have to go far from my next story.
Our favorite party crasher, Bill Murray, is at it again. The actor busted a move or two while at a birthday party in South Carolina. Details about how he ended up at the bash are hazy, but it looks like he had a ton of fun.
Bill Murray and I have been friends for a little while. We have some relationships with his kids and my kids. Who is that? Oh, that's a fucking reminder for me to be here. I'm here. Let's do that again. My Bill Murray story. So we were at a friend of mine's house. It was his 50th birthday. He had struck up a relationship with Bill, and they had discussed it was their mutual birthday. Now, they know that I'm coming. And a couple of people had known that they had made a phone call to Bill and see if he would show up. And we're just about to sit down for dinner. Knock at the door. Through the garage door comes Bill Murray. He sits down at the head of the table. He's just a regular guest. And everybody, I mean, you've got 20 people from Jedburgh, South Carolina, just like, holy shit, what the hell is he doing here? And it wasn't until the people needed the energy, and, you know, they were having some, you know, chill music on, and he just took over and played the DJ, and then just got in there and just cutting up dancing. I'm like, hold on, I gotta check this out. But it wasn't a 5-minute DJ. It was a 30 to 45 minute, and he's dancing with everybody in the house. I don't know if he can understand it, or if I could even understand it on that night, just the impact and the change he had on that group of people for that night, forever in their mind. And took pictures with everybody in there, took his time, made sure that everyone had special attention. Before you knew it, boom, Houdini, gone.
So why do you think these news outlets picked up on the story?
It's not that one episode is why they picked up on it. It's because it's a series of this kind of urban legend. I don't think people can figure out the purpose of why he would do that. You know, why would he show up to someone's house? Who are these people? What are they? There's got to be a larger purpose than him just doing something cool and unique for some people that he felt whatever was in his brain and his heart. I need to do this.
I'm going to give you all this advice.
Why does he show up at restaurants and give life advice to people who are about to get married? Why does he show up here, there, and everywhere? It's like, you know, where's Waldo?
It was starting to look like some of these stories were true, but they couldn't all be true, could they? As I left South Carolina, Bill was off making a new Bill Murray story.
What a game! A grand slam by the Chicago Cubs. It's history-making stuff, and this lucky Cubs fan got to witness every minute, thanks to actor Bill Murray. Murray actually gave this complete stranger a priceless ticket to the big game.
She's wearing a Cubs shirt. She's a Cubs fan. Bill Murray sees her as he's walking into the stadium, says, "What are you doing?" She goes, "I'm trying to get a ticket." He goes, "Come on." And he brings her into the stadium.
Roker also showed this goofy video of Murray playing hairdresser with another fan. What a memorable night. And thanks to Bill Murray, a night this fan will never forget.
As much as I wanted to meet Bill, this was more of a search for answers than a hunt to find him. And as I kept seeing more and more of these stories pop up, I started to feel like I might be getting somewhere.
On my diamond ring, all them fancy things.
South by Southwest is a huge music festival that happens here in Austin. Also now includes film, as people come from all over the world. It's generally a pretty crazy party here in town.
Still no good girl, my mama wanted.
Sleep this amazing? That's Ezekiel Pure Z Sleep. Our gummies contain a unique botanical blend. While an optimal melatonin level helps you nod off naturally with no next day grogginess. ZQL Pure Z's, naturally superior sleep. And try Vicks Pure Z's Kids, a low-dose melatonin gummy that helps your child fall asleep naturally.
A lot of folks ask me why their dishwasher doesn't get everything clean. I tell them, it may be your detergent. That's why more dishwasher brands recommend Cascade Platinum. It's specially designed with the soaking, scrubbing, and rinsing built right in. Cascade Platinum's unique action packs dissolve quickly to remove stuck-on food for sparkling clean dishes the first time. Choose a detergent that lets your dishwasher do the dishes. Cascade Platinum, the #1 recommended brand in North America.
So, South by Southwest 2010. The bar had only been open for about a year and a half. This particular day was pretty slow. We were kind of hanging out. And I walk in the door, and Bill Murray is sitting at the bar talking with one of my bartenders.
I'm kind of just staring at the TV because he's standing right next to me, and I don't know how to, just go, hey, because I'm a little starstruck. And so he's like, who are you rooting for in the game? And I know, zero about sports. And I was just like, I don't know. I don't even know. I'm just staring at the TV. So we do a shot of tequila, and he puts out his hand. And he goes, I'm Bill, by the way. And I go, I know. More people are coming in, and they're starting to come up to Bill, and they're saying, oh my gosh, Bill, my dog's name is Venkman. She's like, can I have a hug? And he goes, yeah, give Trevor a hug. He's a handsome guy, and just joking around. And it's like, can we take a picture of you? And he's like, yeah, but we're having a conversation. And I felt pretty special that he was like, we're trying to talk here, me and Trevor. He goes, hey, I'm going across the street to see the Jizza. Do you want to come? I'd been at work all morning, and I said, I actually have to go let my dogs out. And he was like, oh, okay.
So later in the day, it gets busier. I'm bartending outside on the patio, and I get a text message that says, Bill Murray is back looking for Trevor.
I come back to the bar with the dogs, and I go to the door, and the door guy's like, fuck you. And I was like, what? What's up? And he goes, Bill Murray just walked in the door and asked, is Trevor here? And I wade through the crowd with my dogs, and I tap him on the shoulder, and he turns around and he goes, Trevor!
And then I get another text message, Trevor's back talking with Bill Murray.
Tyler, the owner, calls me, and he's like,
you think he wants to bartend?
And I was like, no, I don't want to do that. And he was like, no, just ask him to bartend. Just do it. And I was like, all right. So I go, hey, Bill, the owner wants to know, if you want to bartend. And he's like, really?
And a couple minutes goes by, and I just get another text message that just says, Bill is bartending.
It's 3 deep at the bar, and everyone just is going ape shit, holding up money and waving it.
And I run inside, and Bill Murray's behind the bar, and it's chaos.
Joe just started, taking orders from all the people around. You know, people would order a whiskey, Coke, shot of whatever. It didn't matter what they ordered. He would literally just grab the closest bottle to them, regardless of if it was what they ordered or not, and pour them straight tequila in a glass, straight gin in a glass, whatever. He would just, whatever was close, that's what they were getting. Nobody gave a damn. It was awesome.
How crazy would it be if you walked around town and everyone loved you? Everyone. When you were pumping your gas, everyone loved you. And when you were ordering a coffee, everyone loved you. That would be exhausting. But he seems to have just kind of turned that on its head and just gone with it and realized that he has the power to make other people have an amazing experience.
You know, eventually it gets really crazy, and he and his friends take off.
So I snuck out the back door with my dogs to beeline and meet him to the entrance. I go up and I say, "Hey, Bill, are you leaving?" And he goes, "Yeah." And he shakes my hand and he goes, "You're a really interesting guy, Trevor. It was really nice to meet you." And I was just like, oh my gosh, this is like the perfect end of the story. And he just walks out in the middle of the street and wanders down the road. And don't know what happened after that. But
So, who is Bill Murray?
Oh, man. To me, just like this unicorn who I've always wanted to meet. And there's always that one person who you want to meet, and you, in your head, you're like, this is never going to happen. And then this guy shows up at your fucking door.
My Bill Murray story I share with a couple of my friends.
So that night we were having a house party. It's kind of a tradition that we do with our friends. At the end of South by, we'll have a couple bands.
Jordan ran into this band called The Like, and he asked the girls if they wanted to play.
Sure enough, they show up, and as I'm walking out, I see Bill in the passenger seat and basically just have a heart attack and stop walking, and I just, oh my God. Oh my fucking God.
Jordan opens the door, and then comes running back in and goes, "You're not going to believe it. Bill Murray's here."
Like, I run inside, close the door, I'm like, shh, and I start jumping up and down. I was like, "Bill fucking Murray's here, Bill fucking Murray." My buddy Adam's like, "Jordan, how drunk are you right now?" I was like, "I'm not drunk, not that drunk, but he's here."
And sure enough, Bill Murray is walking in the front door carrying guitar amps.
Bill Murray, everybody.
And everyone at the party just stopped. It was almost like the movie where like that record stops, and he just looked around and just, did this. He's like, "I don't know what you guys are looking at. Like, I'm the roadie tonight."
Bill himself did a lot to put people at ease by just being as normal as possible. Like, he wasn't making a big deal about himself. He was more concerned with the lasagna in the oven.
And you get that? Yeah. Please send that to me because all my friends are like, "Fuck that shit. This is not true."
They start playing.
We ran out of beer.
Bill comes up to Jordan and goes, "Hey, let me put in."
And I'm like, "Man, you're good. You're good. Like, I appreciate that."
He said, "No, Jordan, I'm really serious." And he's, "Bill, no, you're my guest. Come on."
He reaches into his pocket, pulls out a softball of wadded up cash.
Then Bill Murray leans over to Jordan and whispers in his ear, he says, "Jordan, listen, I've been saving up for a little bit."
And I said, "All right, fuck it." And I was like, "I'll let you buy me some beer." And so I ran through the grocery store, running. They're about to close, and ended up bringing the cashier back to the house. And there's a knock at the door. It's the cops.
Jordan,
Cops. They, we were too loud. They wanted us to turn it down.
before they turn it off.
I walked out and said, "Hey, gentlemen, how are you tonight?" "Oh, good. Just got 6 calls. We can hear you 5 blocks away. Like, you guys are really loud. Can you guys turn it down?" I was like, "Man, officers, with all due respect, like, I can't really do that right now because Bill Murray's inside my house and he's playing in the band that you want me to stop from playing, and I just can't do that. So if you guys want to come into my house, tell Bill Murray that he can't play the tambourine anymore. Go for it."
So 2 police officers, like me and Jordan, Bill Murray comes up with the tambourine and plays it in their face.
He is there at the door to greet them as soon as they walk in with the tambourine in hand, shaking it vigorously in their face. And he said it was, "You are Bill Murray," and he has this tambourine in his hand. And he's shaking it. He said, "Yes, I am Bill Murray." And puts his arm around him and brings him into the party, and we keep playing.
For Bill, it's probably just the spontaneity is half the fun. If nobody expects that you're going to be there, then you're going to get an absolutely genuine reaction to it all.
When you're in a room full of people and everyone is smiling, like ear to ear, that's an amazing vibe. And like he created that. He's like a candle when you light it in the room, and all of a sudden the room smells great.
He has become a symbol of, I think, what everyone wants to be.
When you're living spontaneously, you're going to be able to have memories and events happen that you can't create yourself. You can try to force a special moment, but typically the things that matter most are the things that just happen. Yeah, to be able to open yourself to allow any of those things to happen, I think that's where kind of the magic comes through, because like our Bill Murray story, like it never would have happened had the band not said yes to us, or Bill had said yes to the band. All these things that people just kind of going with it led to this awesome story and a memory we'll have forever.
He walked out of there, saying thank you so much, that was so much fun, like, thanks for having me. And I mean, just kind of lets him get back to his roots and just enjoy people for who they are and enjoy just life on a simpler level.
Awesome. That's how proud of you with Bill.
I have the power to lower my blood sugar and A1C.
Because I can still make my own insulin, and Trulicity activates my body to release it, like it's supposed to. What's weekly Trulicity is for type 2 diabetes. It's not insulin. It starts acting from the first dose, and it lowers risk of heart attack, stroke, or death in people with known heart disease or multiple risk factors.
Trulicity isn't for people with type 1 diabetes or diabetic ketoacidosis. Don't take Trulicity if you're allergic to it. You or your family have medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Stop Trulicity and call your doctor right away if you have an allergic reaction, a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, changes in vision, or diabetic retinopathy. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Taking Trulicity with sulfonylurea or insulin raises low blood sugar risk. Side effects include nausea, diarrhea, vomiting, belly pain, and decreased appetite, which lead to dehydration and may worsen kidney problems. We're committed to helping ensure Trulicity is available and affordable. Learn more at Trulicity.com.
Does scrubbing grease feel like a workout? Scrub less with Dawn Ultra. Its superior grease cleaning formula gets to work faster, making easy work of tough messes. Dawn is a go-to grease cleaner throughout the kitchen, too. Keep a bottle in the laundry room to pre-treat greasy stains. And keep Dawn in the garage to lift grease off car rims. It's even gentle enough to clean wildlife affected by oil. Dawn's grease cleaning power takes care of tough grease wherever it shows up. Scrub less, save more with Dawn.
Good morning.
A few years back, I was contacted by the studio releasing a film called Rock the Casbah that Bill was starring in, and it was written by Mitch Glazer, his very close friend. And they had contacted me a few weeks before Comic-Con to ask me to moderate a panel. I was approached with the caveat that we think he'll be there.
He's Josh Horowitz. He's okay. He's okay.
All the way up till the night before, we did not know if Bill Murray was going to show up. They were getting reports on the phone like, we think he's on his way to the airport. Mitch says he's on the plane. Mitch thinks he's on the plane. We think he's on the way. It's like 30 minutes before the panel. Finally, Bill arrives.
The very first appearance at Comic-Con for Mr. Bill Murray. Give it up.
And we start to take questions from the audience. And there are a lot of cool questions about Ghostbusters and all that kind of sort of thing. And there's one great question that kind of like gets to the heart of what we love about Bill Murray.
Hey, Bill Murray. I don't know if you've ever heard, but there's people that share around these stories of you doing crazy things and acting weird, and then turning to the person that's telling the story and saying, "No one will ever believe you." I was curious if any of those stories have any validity to them, and if not, like, if you have heard of them, is there one that really is like you've heard and you're like, wow, that's pretty crazy?
I don't know
know what he was talking about. It sounds like fun, though, doesn't it?
And he's kind of winking at the audience in a way, saying, yeah, but you'll never know. And that's part of the beauty of Bill Murray. Mitch, his friend and collaborator, chimes in and says, you know, I've kind of got like a version of a Bill Murray story that I can share with you guys.
I can attest to one. My wife is here who starred in Roadhouse with Patrick Swayze. Kelly Lynch is here. And I can attest to one of those stories, which is for about, it felt like 20 or 30 years, but for about 5 or 6 years, anytime Roadhouse was on, and I mean, it was on TNT every 15 minutes, it seemed. So it would be 4 in the morning. He actually once called me from Russia at a wedding to say, your wife is banging Patrick Swayze. And then there was a moment where all his brothers were calling me at weird hours to do the same voice. So I mean, I don't know about you'll never believe it, but Kelly and I were haunted by the Ghostbuster.
Like everybody else, I think I'd sort of like just been enjoying the Bill Murray stories as entertainment. They can pop up on your computer in the news and we're like, oh, look, you know, sort of like Bill crashed a party, or Bill stole a golf cart, or Bill wrestled somebody into a sand trap. But after a while, I'm like, he's not just being wacky. The more I looked at it, the more I realized Bill is by action, not by word, teaching us all how to live.
Did you get anything?
I got a video of it.
Yeah. Let me see.
And I think this message is particularly important now. We're so stuck on our phones, we do so much just out of habit, right, and routine. We really are not fully engaged with our lives right now.
I think Bill Murray teaches us a few things, and one is just sort of not to like live life on autopilot.
Bill Murray is reminding us to do that, to get fully engaged, to wake up to what's going on. It doesn't have to be that you have to do like silly things or pranks or anything. It's about being mindful and being aware of what's happening.
It's been said before, but it's true. I think Bill embraces the moment. These quote-unquote Bill Murray stories work because it's somebody that we revere, we put on a pedestal, who seemingly all he wants is just to kind of like have a good time, enjoy the moment.
There's always